Welcome back. It's time to announce 4 more members of the NBA's 75th anniversary team. Rick Barry, who scored an NBA record to this day, 36.3 points per game in his finals career, is joined by Paul Arizin, Nate Thurmond, and Wes Unseld on the NBA 75. So, Zach Lowe, what do you think?
Rick Barry was a genius. We don't talk about how great Rick Barry was enough. Also, shout out ABA. Wes Unseld, Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same year. Think about that. And then won a championship with Washington.
Good.
Good names there.
Get into his bag. I see you, Zach.
There you go. So we're going to go back to last night. Rough night for Russ in his Lakers debut as he scored just 8 points on 4 of 13 shooting, and Westbrook also recorded just 5 rebounds and 4 assists after being in single digits in all 3 categories just once in his previous 133 games. Here we are on the Lakers talking about Russell's debut.
I just think it was just the first game jitters, to be honest.
You come here and you see everybody courtside, the lights are brighter than most arenas. So there's a lot that he was probably processing tonight.
I told Russ to go home and watch a comedy, something that can put a smile on his face.
Yeah, him more than anybody, it's going to be an adjustment period, right? He's coming into our culture, our system. He's got to find his way.
I told him, don't be so hard on yourself. It's one game.
We just want him to be himself, be aggressive, be Russell Westbrook.
Not worried about Russ at all.
All right, so we heard his teammates' feedback, and we touched on it earlier in the show, but it was a rough debut for Russell. So, Zach, what stuck out to you most in Russ playing with the new-look Lakers?
Look, I'd love to press the panic button. I really would. It'd be so much fun. 9 of 19 at the line.
Oh, he's not
9 of 19 at the line, missing Horton, Tucker, Ariza, and Nunn. They're playing goofy lineups with Rondo, Russ, and Monk. We're not going to see those, all that stuff. But if this is the Russell Westbrook they get while LeBron James has the ball, the guy who's just standing around while his guy doesn't guard him, you can see that his guy is just, watch here. Here he comes up the left wing there. No space anywhere. They're not paying any attention to Russ. If this is the guy they're getting, they are not going to win the championship. They need to find a different version of Russ. Here's another stat. That, by the way, he needs to do more of that. Attack those gaps like that. Just, make the shot. The stat I'm going to be watching all season, Russell Westbrook, 0 ball screens set last night. LeBron has made a living for 20 years having his point guard set screens for him. That's one way for him to be useful when he doesn't have the ball. The fact that he had 0 in the first game is discouraging to me. Look, it's a long season. I'm not panicking. They make a few more free throws. This discussion is totally different. But that version of Russ, AD was awesome. LeBron's awesome.
Yeah.
They answer a lot of questions, but that version of Russ, it's got to be different.
Let's say that with the last thing you said, LeBron was awesome. Okay? If we're going to talk about some bright spots, the advice that LeBron James gave to Russ was go watch a comedy. And when you're in when you're in a rut, I watched, Love Island, crushed through like 50 episodes in 5 days. Yeah, I have a problem, but
that's a problem.
My point
is,
get
the circle too.
That's a big
the circle too.
Yeah, when you're getting your hair braided, that's what you watch.
Absolutely. It's one game, especially for Russ, and I do think they're going to pick and choose. A lot of conversation about, should he be on the bench? That's an overreaction. It's all about rotations and how you use him in the minutes and the people that he plays with, right? So I'm not overreacting to this. I think he's going to be a great off-ball pusher, but he just doesn't know what to do right now. And like you said earlier in the show, Perk, the preseason is the regular season for young players, but for older players, they're just getting the rest and trying to back end the season. So I'm not overreacting to the Lakers.
Perk is ready.
Well, I wouldn't call it an overreaction to those out there that came up with the idea to actually bring Russ in off the bench. I call it an idiotic reaction. And here's why. I'm not about to jump on that train, because if we remember the last 2 years, what happened? In Houston, he started off struggling. And then when we got to January and February, we was wondering who the Rockets belonged to, Russell Westbrook or James Harden, because he was dominating in great fashion. When he got to Washington, he started off struggling. The Wizards were 1,500 games below 500. And what happened? Russell Westbrook took off. So he's going to find his way. Again, this guy has a Mamba mentality, and he knows how to play the game of basketball. Go watch when he played with the Olympics. Did you see what Coach K did? He brought him in off the bench. Russ played off ball. He flourished well. I believe he averaged like 17, 18 points. So he will be fine. They will figure it out.
When I was at the game last night, just chatting with people, it really seemed like the Lakers are saying, pump the brakes. We're going to get there. You just need to give us a little bit of time. And so as much as I wanted to hand Zach the panic button, I'm not going to yet.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.